Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so all of you, so Subha Vijay. So we have start in our control system class in before Puja vacation. So we have started in module 1. Okay, and we have completed the some little bit introduction part and as well as also classifications part of the control systems. Okay, so just recall previous classes and then we have to continue. Okay, so just wait 1 minute, then I will continue. Okay, so let's start. So at first we have to know that is a control system. So I think previous class we have to conclude this, what is the basic definitions of the control system, how it is working, and what is the basic parameter and what is the basic characteristics of this type of control actions or control systems. Okay, so first of all, we have to know that is system. So what is system? The system, it is a combination of arrangement of a number of different physical components. Okay, and to form a whole unit such that that is the combining that perform different units to achieve a certain goal or certain object. Okay, so this is a called that is a system. So I recall one thing again. So system, it is a combination of different physical components to form a whole unit or arrangement of different physical parameters of a different places, different unit, and to achieve the certain goal or certain object, whatever you have to given, that is user you have to given. So this is called the this physical system, it is called that is system. Okay, that means example, a classroom, that is when we have to attend the classroom, this classroom, that is a different apparatus, that is different components we have to follow, that is blackboard, chalk, duster, anything else, that is projector, that is computer, laptop, anything else. So this is a different types of physical components, and these physical components we have to use it in our classroom. So this is a one example. Another one, that is lamp, that is kite, etc. So this is a basically one arrangement of something you have to uses different types of physical component in a arrangement of the physical components which is working in together in an entire unit or entire system to achieve the perfect, that is a perfect goal or objective. So this is called that is system. So then control. What is control system? In a system, when the output quantity is controlled by varying the input, then the system, it is called the control system. That means when you have to given any inputs, that means you have to operate the one machines, then first you have to control the, that is first you have to on of the switches, that is power switch is on, then this system, that is motor, something like that, the motor is rotating, and then after few seconds the output you have to given. Okay, so this is a basically system, and this is a input oriented, that is, it is depend on the input variable. So this system, it is called, that is control system. And you have to control this input variable, okay, time to time user, it is controlled by himself. And this is also manually work done, and also this is also automatic control system. We have to control this overall system. So this is called the control system. So in a system, when the output quantity is controlled by the varying of the different types of input variable, then this system, it is called the control system. So in that part, what is the basic input section? So input section, you have to give in any flow, that is liquid flow or something like that, chemical flow. Then you have to give in the any types of digital input, that is 0 1 concept, something like that. So then you have to control the physical parameter, that means temperature control system, level measurement system, pressure measurement system, speed control system, something like that, pH measurement system. Okay, so these are the basically physical system you have to control by yourself or automatic. So this system, it is called the control system. Okay, so in this view of input and output in a control system, it is a very important. So whatever you have to give in the input, then this control system, it is process, then the finally you have to receive the output from the output section. Okay, so this word control, it refers to a command or regulate or direct. That means when you have to control any machines or any system, then you have to given some command. Okay, some programming you have to done. Okay, so this, or sometime you have to regulate the different types of controller valve, controller switch. Okay, and also it is also directly working. Okay, so this is a basically called the control systems. Okay, so these are the basically example. In a classroom, the professor is delivering the lecture, the combination becomes a control system. Okay, so in a classroom, professor, when you have to take the class, this professor, you have to lecture the different types of topics, and the professor is given different types of examples. So at that moment, students are follow the professional lectures. Okay, of something he is given, or example is given. Okay, so this is the entire system. So this entire system, it is called the control system. Okay, something like that. Another example, a lamp with on off switch combination becomes a control system. So okay, so when you have to switch on any lamp or fan, anything is device, so this device is working. Then when you have to off the switches, so at that moment the lamp is off, or something like that, the device is off condition. So this is the entire system, it is called the control system. So, and we have to discuss in our last classes different types of classification of control system. So in our basic form, we have to classify this control system basically these categories. So this is natural control system, which is naturally working. Then also number two, man-made control system, which is automatically, that is man is manually is control this control system. Then also combinational control system. This combinational, that means it is natural and man-made, both are working at a time. And then also time varying system. So this time varying control system, it is working as a timing oriented. So at that time you have to given the timing. So that time this motor, it is rotating, or this motor is on, and after the given timing or given clock pulse, the motor is off conditions. So this is a time in varying control system. So this, in our basic control system, we have to classify these categories: natural control system, man-made control system, combination control system, and time varying control system. Okay, so this time varying, so I am telling that this time varying control system, it is working the varying of the with the time. So something like that, you have to given one example. you have to on the motor, that is a water pump motor. Okay, so at that time the motor is running condition. So when the motor is running condition, that is output is you have to given. So at the output, that means the water is coming and water is fill the tank, and when tank is full, then you have to manually or something like that automatic, you have to setting in that system, the motor is off conditions. Okay, so that time, that is a one timing is being in that position, that this time is being 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, or 1 hour. So at that time the motor or the system, it is working in the dependent of the time. So this is called the time varying system. So it is not dependent on whether input and output are functions of time or not. Okay, so this is a basically it is called the time varying control systems. Then time invariant control system. What is time invariant? So this system in which inputs and outputs are functions of the time, but the parameters are independent of the time and constant. Okay, so this system, it is called the time invariant system. So in this time invariant control system, their input and output you have to input you have to given, and then this process, it is controlled the parameter, and then you have to finally receive the output from the output section. So in that case, these functions of the time, but this parameter, that is the input parameter or output parameter, is not independent of the timing or anything else that is constant. So this system, it is called the time invariant control system. Okay, next we have to continue, that is a linear control system and non-linear control system. So first, linear control system. So when a system, it is linear, so it had the different types of characteristics. First one, the principle of the superpositions, which says that the response to several inputs can be obtained by the considering one input at a time and then algebraically adding individual results. So this is the first characteristics or first clue. So when any system, you have to tell the linear control system. So these are the basic criteria which is follow the linear control system. So when the superpositions, which says that the response of several input you have to obtain. So that means I take one example. So when you have to give an input, so this input one by one you have to give it according to the time format. Okay, so this several input you have to obtain by the considering one input at a time, then the second, then the third one, and so on. So this process is continuing. So this input is algebraically summing or adding the individual result you have to receive from the output section. So then this system, it is called the linear control system. Okay, number two, the differential equation describing the system is linear, having its coefficient as constant. Okay, so when you have to given that is mathematical examinations of examples of the linear control system or nonlinear control system, so in that case you have to see this differential equation of the different types of system. So it has coefficient, different types of coefficient. So this coefficient, it is constant terms. Okay, and last one, the practically the output varies linearly with the input variable. So when you have to given the input section from the input variable, and when you have to vary the input, so obviously the output, it is also variable. So this is a basically called the linear control system characteristics. Clear? It is clear, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so next we have to continue, that is nonlinear control system. So what is nonlinear control system? So this nonlinear control system, when it is some characteristics are present, so when it does not satisfy the principle of superposition. So we have to know that is a superposition in the linear control system. Superposition, that is a when you have to user given input, that is several number of inputs, and then this input at a time one by one, it is also working, and then the finally output we have to receive algebraically summing of the given or individual results. So this is the superposition rules of the control system. So nonlinear control system, it does not obey these rules. Okay, so this is does not satisfy this principle of superpositions laws. Number two, the differential equation describing the system, it is nonlinear. So in the nonlinear equation, the differential equation is constant. That is, this is not constant. It is a varying in that timing oriented variable. Okay, and also it is also output is does not vary linearly with the input. So in the linear control system, when you have to given the input according to the input with respect to the time, the output it is vary. But in that case, non-linear case, the output is does not vary with the linearly with the given input system. So this is a non-linear control system. So please, this is very important. Some questions it is also coming in your exams. What is linear control system, and also what is non-linear control system, and what is the basic difference between this linear and non-linear control system. So easily you have to written these questions answers. Okay. Next, that is we have to classify that is continuous time control system and discrete time control system. So continuous time control system. So in that name, you have to easily understand that. So this system in which all system variables are function continuous time variable, that is the T. So when a system it is working with respect to the continuous time variable, that is the T is also dependent of these control actions. So that system it is called the continuous time control system. And discrete time control system, in this system which all system variables are discrete with respect to the time also. So this is the discrete, and another one is the continuous time control system. Okay, next, this is deterministic control system and stochastic. So this deterministic and stochastic control system. So when a control system is when a control system it is working the deterministic when the response to the input as well as behavior of external disturbance is predictable and repeatable. So when a system, that is a control system where you have to give in the input, and then the process you have to process, after process you have to receive the output from the output section. So this output it is predictable, either predictable or also repetitive. Okay, so this repetitive or predictable results, that is for certain input signals or anything is signals you have to use it. So this is called the deterministic control system. So when any control system actions it is working is repeatedly, that means sometime is given the input, then this is working and you have to finally receive the output section from the output. Okay, then after some time it is off condition, then again this control system it is that is a motor is working, something like that. So this is a basically called the repetitive or predictable with respect to the also timing. So this control system it is called the deterministic control system. Another one is a stochastic control system. So in this stochastic control system where the output is unpredictable or non-repetitive for certain input signal or disturbance signals. Okay, I repeat once again. So what is stochastic control system? In this stochastic control system, when the output it is not repeatable or not predictable, so then this system it is called the stochastic control system. Okay, so this is another terms. Another lumped parameter control system and distributed parameter control system. So what is lumped parameter and distributed parameter? So this lumped parameter control system where its mathematical model is represented by ordinary differential equation. So in that case, it is called the lumped parameter control system. So in this lump parameter control system, we have to describe the ordinary differential equations. Then it is called the lump parameter control system. And distributed, when it is called distributed parameter control system, its mathematical model is represented by an electrical network circuit. Okay, when this mathematical model, it is represented by electrical network circuit, and it is also combination of different types of components, that is resistor, inductors, okay, and in capacitor. So then this system, it is called the distributed parameter control system. Okay, so please remember these things: lump parameter control system and distributed control system. So lump parameter control system, when any system or control system where the mathematical model, it is represented by ordinary differential equations. So then this control system, it is called the lump parameter control system. And when it is called the distributed parameter, so this control system, where the mathematical model, it is represented by a electrical network circuit. Okay, so when this electrical network circuit, it is considered, and this circuit, it is made by the different types of components, that is resistor, that is capacitor, inductors, coils, etc. So then this system, it is called the distributed parameter control system. Okay, it is clear, all of you? Please respond me, anyone. It is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have to also discuss, that is SISO and MIMO. So what is SISO? That is single input, single output control system. Another one is the multiple input, multiple output control system. So this is basically when a system, when a control system, it is having only one input you have to give in. Then also it is processed. Then one output you have to receive from the output section. Then this system, it is called the SISO. That means single input, single output control system. And another one is the multiple input and multiple output. So it is very easily when you are given the multiple types of input on a given systems, then this system, it is working properly, and you have to receive from the output section from the multiple output. So then this system, it is called the MIMO, that is multiple input, multiple output systems. Okay. And last, we have to also discuss, this is open loop control system and also closed loop control system. So in our last classes, we have to also discuss this open loop control system and closed loop control system. So when a physical system which does not automatically correct the variation in its output, it is called the open loop control system. So in this open loop control system, there are not anyone is feedback loops. Okay, so in this open loop control system, there are not any feedback loop, but in the closed loop control system, one feedback loop is also required. Okay, so this is the basically difference between the open loop and closed loop control systems. Okay, so in the closed loop control system, the output, it is also an effect upon the input quantity in such a manner as to the maintain that the desired value are called the closed loop control systems. Okay, so in our modern control techniques, we have to use, that is closed loop control system basically, because it is a very advantageous over the open loop control system, because here we have to also attach the one feedback loops also. Okay, so this control system, it is an interconnection of physical components to provide a desired functions involving some kind of the controlling action on it. So when you have to design any control plant, that is a control system, so in that case, different types of parameter we have to connected is in its one by one. So first we have to, that is plant, then second is controller, third is, that is input variable from the input sections, another one is the output sections, and disturbance. So these are the basically control system element we have to implement one by one for design a control system also. First one, that is plant. What is plant? So plant, it has also denoted that is a process. So what is process or plant? So when the portion, that is these portions of the system which is to be controlled or regulated, it is called the plant or process. Okay, so where you have to, that is system it is working, that is you have to operate the water pump motor controller system. So in this water pump controller system, when the motor you have to design one of switch is controlled, you control the speed, okay, and then output is given. Okay, so these are the basically particular system, it is called the plant or process. Okay, so another example it is also done, that is traffic control systems. So in this traffic control system, all of you seen this in metro city. So automatic time control system, that is a traffic control system we have to use it according to the microprocessor based programming or microcontroller based programming. Okay, just wait 1 minute. Okay, so this according to the microprocessor based systems or microcontroller based system, we have to easily automatically control the total traffic control system. So this is called the plant or process. Okay, it is clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, anyone any questions or any doubts? So please ask me. And everyone please write your own name and roll number in the chat box also. Okay. And who is the CR from electrical department?
Yes, sir.
Pranav, you have to take one screenshot. Okay, after the class we have to send me. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
we have another one classes also, and you have to two classes screenshot you have to give in. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So okay, so continue. We have to. So that is controller. Next one, that is the controller part. So what is controller? So this controller, it is main part of the any control system. So in this control system, this controller part, it is itself or external, it is working. So this system, it is control the overall process or overall plant. It is called the controller system. So this controller, it is also control the overall process. Okay. So that is you have to give in the input. Okay. So this controller part, which is control the overall process by itself or externally, it is called the controller system. Then this is input. Number 3 is input. Another one is the number 4, that is the output. So input, it is an applied signal. Whatever you have to, that is user given the input, any types of input variable from the input sections. Okay, so it is an applied signal or an excitation signal applied to the control system from an external energy sources or in order to produce the specified output. Okay, so this is called the input variable. Okay, so this input variable you have to give in different forms. You have to give in the digital input section, that is 0 1 concept. You have to analogous input, you have to give in something like that. Okay, so this is the input variable which is given by the user. It is manually or automatically you have to set it. Next, number 4, that is the output. So output, it is another one parameter. So when you have to give in or user given the input variable or input signal, then the controller, it is also detect this input variable. Then this controller, it is overall control the process or process it is working. Then the finally you have to receive from the response, from the output response from the output sections, and it is also dependent on the input variable. So user, when given the input variable or input signals, then this process, this controller or process or plant, it is also working on the input variable. Then after some time, this process, it is given the finally output. So this output variable, it is also dependent on the input variable. Okay. And last one, that is disturbance. What is disturbance? So it is a signal which tends to the adversely affect the output sections. So all of you know, so this disturbance, okay, sorry for that, the network is below, the signal is totally low. So my screen is visible. Anyone is responsible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is called, that is a disturbance. So I repeat once again. So this is disturbance. It is a signal which tends to the adversely affect the output sections, and if such a disturbance is generated within the system, it is called the internal disturbance. And another one is the, if it is generated outside by the system, acting as an extra input to the system, then it is called the external disturbance. So this disturbance, it is a one another of parameters of a control system. It is classified into two categories. One is the internal disturbance, another one is the external disturbance. So when this disturbance is generated within these systems, it is called the internal disturbance. And when it is also generated in outside of the systems or outside of the any others parameter, you have to attach the extra input to the control system. So then this is called the external disturbance. So these 5 parameters, it is also very, very important one process or plant or control system. First one, that is the plant or process. Number 2, that is controller. Number 3, that is the input or input variable. Then number 4, that is output, that is output variable. Another one is the disturbance also. Okay. So this is one question. It is also done. What is the basic parameter or what is the basic components in control systems? So at that time you have to describe these 5 parameters. Next, so open loop control systems. So we have to discuss, that is open loop control system. So it is a independent of the output. When a system, it is independent of the output from the output sections, in this control system, it is called the open loop control systems. Or any physical system which does not automatically correct the variations in its output, it is called the OLCS. That means open loop control systems. So everyone see these pictures. This is a block diagram of the open loop control system. The overall idea you have to given. So this is a first one. This is the input sections where the input variable you have to given or reference input you have to select it from here. Okay, which is denoted by the RT with respect to time. Then it is this reference input you have to give in the controller section, okay, which is control the overall process or overall plant. Then this controller given the output from the plant or process, where the output it is formed or this plant is working according to given the command from the controller actions. Okay, so this is a basically activating signal, and it is also denoted UT. This is activating signal. This activating signal which is activate the plant or process. Okay, then this plant or process, it is also working. Then finally you have to give in the output from the output section. This output we have to denote it here CT, and T is also with respect to the time. But here you can see in this output section, it is not connected to the any other portions or other point or other block. So that system, it is also open system. So this system, it is called the open loop control system. Okay, so this any physical system which does not automatically correct the variation in its output, it is called the open loop control systems. Okay, So here, this reference input, it is denoted by the RT. It is applied to the controller, which is generate the actuating signal flow. That is the UT you have to give them. So this UT, it is required to the process or plant, which is control the overall process and which is control. Then the control output we have to receive from the output sections. This is denoted by the CT. So please remember these things. So when you have to given the examples of mathematical expression, this RT, this UT and CT, it is also coming. So please note down it. This RT, that means the reference input, that is input is given from the input sections. UT is the activating signals, which is activate the processor or any type of plant. Then CT is the control output. Okay. So we have to use this open loop control system. So it has some advantage and also disadvantage also. So what is the advantage of this? So you can easily design this open loop control system. So simply it is design. Okay. Now, number two, that is it is also economical. That is cost is very low. Number third, it is easier to construct. So when you have to design any diagram of the open loop control system, it is easier to constructions. Number four, maintenance is very easy because here are number of components you have to use that is limited. So that is maintenance cost is very low. That is maintenance is very easy. Number five, generally they are stable. So this result, that is output result, it is generally near about that is stable. Okay. So these are the basic advantage of the open loop control system. And what is the disadvantage? So some system it has advantage and another one is also disadvantage is also. So number one, they are inaccurate and unreliable because accuracy of this system totally depends on accurate pre-calibrations of the controller part. Okay, so this is a first disadvantage. It is very important. So this open loop control systems, it inaccurate and unreliable because the accuracy of the systems totally depends on the accuracy of the pre-calibrations. That is, it is also dependent on the controller part. So sometimes it is also